Hey everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Upcycled Adulting, where I help you grow to accomplish your goals, create healthy habits, and overcome obstacles. Today I'm going to be talking about goals in particular, especially New Year's resolutions and goals. At this time of year, a lot of people are committing themselves to New Year's resolutions and not quite understanding why that is creating this cycle of failure. I happen to know what this is like. I created the same New Year's resolution for 20 years before I figured out that there's a huge difference between goals and resolutions, before I figured out how to accomplish my goals. So today I'm going to share with you what the difference is between a goal and a resolution, and how you can reframe what it is that you're hoping to accomplish in the new year and actually get it done so you can stop setting the same New Year's resolution. Now, the biggest difference between a resolution and a goal is that a resolution is a declaration. It is simply a statement. It's a statement about where you want to be a year from now. Some very, very common ones are: I will get healthy, I will lose weight, I will quit smoking, I will become more financially responsible, I'll pay off my debt, I'll get some money saved, right? And these are lofty and wonderful ideas, but they're simply ideas because they are not a plan. They do not get you there. They don't actually set you up for success. And oftentimes, when we create a New Year's resolution, we go into that resolution with all the gusto in the world for the first week or two of January. And by mid January, over 60% of people have quit. And by the end of the month, it's approximately 80 to 90%. So most people never accomplish their New Year's resolution. If that is you, you are absolutely not alone. Only about 9% of people accomplish their New Year's resolution. And the reason why they do accomplish it is because they transform it into a goal. What is a goal then? What is the difference between a goal and a resolution? Well, a goal has a plan. A goal follows along some steps to actually make it a part of your life, to make it a plan. You have ideas about what you need to do so that you can make that happen in your life. Rather than simply saying, I'm going to be healthy, a goal would be, I'm going to get healthy by exercising regularly, by eating more vegetables, by drinking more water, by getting adequate sleep. A goal includes milestones and steps. A goal isn't simply a declaration of where you want to end up. A goal is a process. And while that goal may have a big heading that looks a lot like a resolution, I'm going to get healthy, it includes steps. It includes a process. A lot of times when we think about goals, we think of them as only their heading. Well, if you're only going by their heading and you're not really thinking through the process of accomplishing your goals, you don't have a goal. You have a resolution. And when we create clarity about the difference between these two things, it makes it a lot easier to actually make it happen in our lives. So, do we want a resolution? Absolutely. Our resolution is the heading for our goal. But then we also want the steps. We also want to create awareness of the process. Now, one of the big mistakes that people make when they create the steps, especially when they have a heading, that heading is lofty. That heading is challenging. That heading is difficult. Listen, quitting smoking is really hard. Getting healthy is really hard. Losing weight is really hard. If no one has told you this, I want you to know those things actually are really hard. You're not failing because this is easy and you don't have enough self-discipline. These things are really hard. What happens oftentimes when we create a resolution is we become what is called hyper motivated. Now, some of you may never have heard the term hypermotivated. So let me tell you what that means. When we become hypermotivated, that is that phase in the very beginning where we're super fired up. We're so excited about this thing. We're going to do it this year. This is going to be our year. And we have that really fired up experience. This also happens sometimes if we take a course or if we read a book, right? We get super fired up. What happens when we're super fired up is a physiological reaction. And that is that our brain dumps dopamine into our bodies at a very high level. It feels so good. We have so much energy. We're so excited. We're so ready to go. That's the impact of a high level of dopamine entering your body. But when our bodies dump a lot of dopamine, what happens is we become a little bit desensitized to that dopamine. And our bodies run out of dopamine because they dumped the whole bucket at once instead of a little dribble at a time. And then we crash. Okay. And a dopamine crash is basically like a sugar crash, right? When we eat a lot of sugar, our brain also produces a lot of dopamine. And then once we absorb that dopamine, we crash, right? We end up in a funk. A lot of us have had this experience where we've done this with caffeine or we've done this with sugar. We consume a lot of it and then we're like, woohoo, we have all that energy. And then a couple hours later, you need a nap or you need more sugar because your brain has now run out of dopamine. When we get hypermotivated, that flood or that rush causes us to feel fired up, causes us to go in head first. A lot of times in that phase of hypermotivation, we create steps for our goal that just aren't doable. They're just not doable. For me, for many, many years, my goal would be that I was going to lose weight. And by the way, that was never actually even an appropriate goal for me, which I will talk about in my How to Accomplish Your Goals video. But that was my goal. Okay, was how to lose weight, was that I was going to lose weight. And so I would have that hyper motivation and I'd be like, I'm not gonna eat any sugar, no potato chips for me. I'm gonna give them up for good. And I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna work out 2 hours a day. I'm gonna go for an hour in the morning and I'm gonna go for an hour in the afternoon. And I'm going to run on the treadmill. And I hate running. And I'm gonna lift all the weights. Maybe I should add a third hour. Maybe I should do yoga too. And this is what would happen. Okay. The plan that I was creating in my hyper motivated state was not at all doable. Y'all, I have 5 children. I have special needs kids. I run 2 businesses out of my home. This isn't actually doable. I don't actually have 3 hours a day to be in a gym. Who does? I don't know anybody really who does, unless that's your job, right? So I kept setting myself up for failure in my hyper motivated state. So it looks like I have a goal because yes, I do have a plan, but that plan was created in a hyper motivated state. That plan was created not in the reality of my life. You definitely want a resolution. But rather than getting all fired up about your resolution and hyper focusing on your resolution and becoming hyper motivated and creating a plan that sets you up for failure, we need to actually take that resolution and make it into a goal plan. A goal plan is where we sit down and we think about step by step the reality of how we're going to do that. How are we going to gradually get to this space? Because it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. Your spending habits weren't shaped in a month. The weight that you need to lose didn't come on in a month. Your health challenges or your health issues that you'd like to improve, those didn't happen overnight. None of the stuff that you are trying to improve upon happens so quickly that they can be resolved quickly. Resolutions sound great. And they feel in certain ways like a quick fix, especially when we're hypermotivated. Goals, accomplishing our goals, that takes time. That takes patience. And that takes a process. The process is a goal. That's what it is. The resolution is a statement of your dream. It's not a goal. It's not a goal, even if it has this pie in the sky plan that will never ever work that comes from hypermotivation. Because it's not going to happen, right? It's just a declaration. It's just a thing you put out there. All right. So it's very, very important that we get to this phase where we're being very real about what that goal is. And when we do that, and here's the deal, when we do that, not only are we able to accomplish our goal, but we're able to maintain our goal. We tend to forget about that very important piece. What does it matter if you lose 20 pounds but gain 30? What does it matter if you fix the health situation you're dealing with right now, but it creates another health problem, or it comes back in a year? It's not helping. In fact, yo-yo dieting is worse for you than just keeping the weight up. It's not helping. When we actually create a real and doable plan for our goal, we incorporate it into our real lives, make it second nature, it becomes part of our lifestyle and part of our habits, and then we can maintain it. A resolution is a pie in the sky idea. A resolution may be the heading for your goal, but it is not the pathway to making your goal a lifestyle, accomplishing it, and maintaining it. I'm going to share exactly how to accomplish your goals and maintain them in a different video, so make sure that you check that out, and you will know how to accomplish your goals, whether it be a New Year's resolution or a birthday goal or something that you just have always wanted in your life. You do not have to wait until January 1st to start your goal. And please don't wait. Do it now, because you are absolutely amazing and you deserve to live the life that you have been dreaming of. There is no reason to postpone this any longer than is absolutely necessary. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on my goal training, which is, I'm telling you right now, going to rock your world. I cannot wait to see you there. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye, everyone.